A youth girls competition has grown from 4 to 8 teams this year, and one of those teams is the Tiwi Bombers youth girls, who've made a comeback this season. Karina Gray is their coach, and she's here to answer a few questions about the team. Karina, can you tell us about how this got started and what your plans for the program are?
Sure, so Tiwi Bombers Youth Girls, this is our second attempt at getting it going. A few seasons back, before what we now know as the NTFL Youth Girls Comp, we had a tri-team comp as a trial for getting youth girls up in the NT when Bree Brock was here as the Women's Development Officer. So that year we put in a combined side, and myself and a teacher from Camilda, Sonia Mars, coached, and we sourced the girls from both St John's and Camilda at the time, so girls boarding in town, and had a combined side. And we actually won that year, and like the club really enjoyed the concept of having women involved in footy, because it's always been part of Tiwi history. There actually used to be 8 women's sides over on the islands back in the day when TIFL was run by Tiwi people. So this year we've really focused on starting with the youth girls, and hopefully the club can build up a following for women's footy again and build towards having a women's team in the NTFL. So this season basically Bombers came to my business, Darwin, which is all about developing rising stars in sport, and we've formulated a young women's leadership program basically. So footy's part of it, but each month we also invite a role model down to training to come and talk with the young women and take and lead a session and talk about the importance of being a role model in community and leadership. So last month we started training end of August, so last month we actually had Brenton Toy come along, who was with Tiwi Bombers back in the beginning in the inception of the club, so that was great having him along. Tonight we had the benefit of having Charlie King along, who's just a fantastic role model, coached the first ever women's representative side for the NT, and has been supportive of women's footy for years. So yeah, the girls really enjoyed tonight, and hopefully they took away a lot of his messages about on and off field leadership.
Talia, good luck. Faralul, I'll be watching you. Here, Chloe, number 7. That's a good number. Ross Tangatalam's number. You're all connected, then you're all sisters in one football team. Doesn't matter what's happened in your life outside, you put this on, you make one team together, okay?
Now, you've got a bit of a spin on the traditional Tiwi Bombers Guernsey. Can you tell us how that came about and who designed it?
Yeah, sure. So that was part of integrating women's leadership into the club as well. Diane Moore, who works at Tiwi College with the senior girls, who's a Tiwi woman as well, and she worked on the design for us from the early inception. So we really wanted to incorporate both art and footy, and showing girls that talent can come in many forms. Diane was a passionate basketballer, also represented the NT, so it was fantastic to have her design the Guernseys for us. And she quite often does artistic work on cricket bats and all sorts of things, so involved in sport. So it's fantastic that this weekend the girls will run out wearing the Guernseys and showcasing, young, successful Tiwi women working in art as well.
Let's go. Run through. Let's go. Run through.
The other thing that's been really positive is we've been able to put together training kits to remove any barriers for participating at training and for the games. So we've been able to put together packages for the girls with drink bottles, training socks, training boots, and also hats and shorts, thanks to the kind support of Boots for All. So that's fantastic, because there's other organisations out there recognising that these young women are leaders and helping contribute to them being able to participate in sport.
This is a recognition of one of the greatest football communities in Australia, the Tiwi people, So this Guernsey recognises the great contribution that Tiwi football has made to football in Australia.
Can you give us a bit of an idea of where the girls are from and what the logistics are involved in getting them together?
Yeah, so at the moment the girls training with us in Darwin are from St John's College, Marara Christian College and Camilda College, and it's been fantastic that all the schools have got behind and supporting the concept of the girls being in school in Darwin, coming to training and being able to play on the weekends. It's really positive that they're trying to engage their young female students in wellbeing programs. So shout out and thank you to all the schools for getting on board with us. And in terms of those students that are based here in Darwin with us, the majority are from Tiwi, but when we say Tiwi, that also incorporates obviously 2 islands, Melville and Bathurst, and across quite often 4 sites. So some of them could be, in Milakarpiti, Garden Point, Wirrama, and some of them even live out of town. So just the logistics, before they even get to school here. And then also what we've done is embrace girls from other Indigenous communities. So we've got girls that are from as far away as Pigeonhole, Yarralin, Ballyuan as well. And so it's fantastic to kind of see them all coming together under the sisterhood of Tiwi Bombers. And then what we're aiming to do is offer the opportunity for up to 5 girls to travel in each weekend that have been selected by their teachers for showing leadership at school, attending school, participating in training over there, and obviously, being good community members as well. So really trying to build that pathway of them starting off young, learning to travel into Darwin, participate in sport, and then so that way if we do get a women's team up, they can then step up and be the leaders because they've already had that experience.
Good, girls, this is good.
You mentioned leadership. What do you think it means to these girls to be part of that leadership group that's hopefully going to start a pathway for Tiwi women to be able to represent where they're from?
Yeah, so for me, I've really focused on trying to engage young girls. So in the youth girls obviously is a wide bracket from, some girls that are just 12 all the way through to 16. So we've really focused on the younger ages, 13, 14, 15, and trying to engage them at the youngest age so that they're going to stay with us, hopefully for the next few seasons and build up to, that under 16 level. And for me, it's really about providing a pathway for them. So there's so many fantastic opportunities for young women in football now. There's the Kickstart Championships, youth girls at nationals, and then they can get selected into representative sides. Tash Bannett, who works closely with us from Tiwi College, just went over and took a group of young Australian women to New Zealand. So that's what we'd love to be seeing, girls from Tiwi Bombers following that pathway all the way through, because they've played in a team of culture that's about promoting positive attitudes, teamwork, leadership, and contributing to their community. So another thing we've really focused on is trying to engage young Tiwi people that can't necessarily play for us, but that can come and volunteer too. So Rahani, that was at training with us tonight, she comes along with her schoolmates. She plays for St Mary's Women, and fantastic little player, but it's great to see her down here encouraging the young girls to come through too. And then also there's a couple of young Tiwi men that are based at school here that come down and help out with training and stuff. So it's about them also understanding it's not just about on field, you can also help and support people off the field as well.
Thanks so much for your time this afternoon. We're really excited about the great things that you're doing with these girls, and we look forward to seeing how you go this weekend. Good luck with it.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully we get a few wins on the board, but the biggest thing for us is building that strong team network and culture and leadership on and off the field.
Keep it going, looking good. Let me hear your voice now. Let's hear a bit of noise from you.
Chloe!
Good. Don't be the next one to drop it.
Push, push, push. Fix it up now. Yeah, honey.
All the way.
Have a kick. Nice kick.